Why the best legal strategies begin with listening. Most people will consider the lawyer's background and experience as their primary concerns when looking for a lawyer. Although these qualities are certainly important, the most essential part of receiving a high-quality level of representation actually happens well before any paperwork or court proceedings begin. This is the process of listening. Active listening is probably the most valuable skill that an attorney can gain. Legally speaking, every issue begins with dialogue, which in turn leads to all future events. By taking time to clearly understand a client's concern, objectives, and future plans, the attorney will establish stronger support for effective legal planning and stronger relationship with their client. Every client brings a different perspective. The unique attributes of each legal problem and issues faced by a wide variety of people, clients, may be similar to their own. One will utilize the court system in order to protect important relationships with their family or loved ones, while another will utilize the court system in order to support a stable, secure future. Some may want an expeditious, quick resolution, while others prefer to use as much time as necessary until they attain the desired result. These types of differences are not obvious or apparent by simply reviewing court documents, pleadings, or other relevant paperwork. An attorney should ask questions at the outset of their client's case to enable understanding of their situation and how they intend to approach their case. By doing so, and paying close attention to their client's answers, the attorney has been enabled to gain a better understanding of their client's position and priorities without making assumptions about their client. The process of using an individualized method to develop a legal strategy is conducive to providing superior legal representation that reflects each client's unique situation and priorities. Listening builds trust from the beginning. Meeting an attorney can be a new experience for many. Legal problems often bring about doubt, worry, and major life decisions. Therefore, clients want to know they are being listened to as much as they want an attorney with legal expertise. When attorneys demonstrate active listening skills during consultation, it demonstrates respect for the client's view. Attorneys can collect, clarify, and create a two-way dialogue with the client as opposed to immediately directing the conversation. Creating trust early in the relationship between the attorney and the client gives clients the comfort level to ask questions, share essential information, and actively participate in decisions during the legal process. When communication is established by means of a partnership rather than a one-sided conversation, it helps develop strong communication between attorney and client. Better information leads to better planning. Legal strategy development relies on accurate information as to how the parties involved will react to the potential resolution and what their respective roles will be in the process. Attorneys' prior legal work enables them to recognize potential issues right away. However, listening well will most often reveal additional facts that were not initially thought of. For instance, while someone may be seeking a divorce, there may be things about their family situation or financial security or plans for the future that could affect their desired result. Lawyers need to exhibit patience and curiosity when gathering this type of information so that they do not just assume that all clients desire the same result. Lawyers who have established rapport with their clients and have an accurate understanding of each client's objective can provide clients with better explanations of the options available to them, outline realistic expectations regarding time frames, and craft strategies based on the specific needs of each individual client. Communication is an ongoing process. The first consultation is just the beginning of the communication process. Legal matters can be dynamic, with new information becoming available and existing priorities changing over time. Your clients will likely have questions as they learn more about the legal process over time. A great law firm's communications do not stop with the initial consultation. The client will continue to receive regular updates regarding the status of their case, answers to any questions as soon as they arise, and an explanation of how the legal system functions. By maintaining these consistent communication methods, the client will feel more confident about his or her legal journey as he or she knows exactly what to expect. By having predictable and regular communication with their attorney throughout the course of the client's case, the client will be better able to make informed decisions regarding their legal issues. Listening is a leadership skill. Listening can be much more than simply listening to clients. Entrepreneurs within successful law firms must also have active listening as one of their key leadership skills. Leaders who listen are able to develop an environment in which attorneys and staff can engage in open communication, work collaboratively, and always seek ways to improve the experience of the clients. The values of thoughtful communication become part of the culture of the law firm when leaders support communication efforts throughout their organization. Lawyers who are good listeners tend to ask good questions, find problems sooner, and build better working relationships with all of their clients and peers. This commitment to communication has been shown to have as significant an impact on long-term success for an organization as having legal knowledge or technical skills. What clients should expect during a legal consultation? Choosing an attorney is an important decision, and prospective clients should feel comfortable evaluating how a legal professional communicates during their first meeting. A productive consultation typically includes questions about the client's goals and priorities, opportunities for the client to explain concerns without interruption, clear explanations of available legal options, honest discussions about expectations and next steps, a collaborative conversation rather than a one-sided presentation. Clients should leave a consultation feeling informed, respected, and confident that their attorney understands what they hope to accomplish. Thoughtful communication creates better client experiences across the legal profession. More firms are recognizing that exceptional client service begins with communication rather than paperwork. Attorneys like Chris Jackman understand that taking time to listen carefully before developing a legal strategy allows them to better understand each client's individual objectives. Rather than applying the same approach to every situation, thoughtful communication helps create strategies that reflect the unique needs and priorities of the people they serve. This client-centered philosophy demonstrates that legal representation is about more than legal knowledge alone. It is also about building trust through meaningful conversations. Listening helps build long-term relationships. Successful attorney-client relationships are built over time through a combination of ongoing interaction, where each party learns more about each other and understands the other's perspective. It is important for a client to feel comfortable enough to ask their attorney any questions or voice their concerns, because when the client does so, they are more likely to become involved rather than be a spectator. This teamwork approach produces a working relationship that creates confidence at all stages of the legal representation process, regardless of how much law has changed. Communication remains one of the few factors that consistently distinguish great attorneys from average ones, regardless of how much they have evolved in recent years. Final thoughts. The foundation of any legal representation lies in understanding the person represented, not in understanding the legal document. Legal documents serve as a tool for the attorney's understanding of their client, but a successful attorney must first meet face-to-face with the person and discuss their needs and goals. To truly understand the needs of a person seeking legal assistance, the attorney must listen, to establish an understanding of their needs, clarify their expectations, and create an atmosphere of trust. Chris Jackman is a prime example of someone who understands that effective attorney representation starts with listening. By making communication the primary focus of the attorney's relationship with the client, legal professionals develop a legal strategy that considers the individual circumstances of each client. As a result, the attorney helps the client develop trust and confidence in the attorney-client relationship. When searching for an attorney or other legal professional to represent you, the ability of the attorney to actively and effectively communicate and work collaboratively with the client is just as important as the attorney's years of experience practicing law. Many successful legal strategies begin by listening, not by speaking.